HOA Karen damaged park bench for storage. Got sued and paid $120,000. The park was our sanctuary, a slice of green in the concrete sprawl where kids laughed, couples strolled, and old-timers swapped stories on weathered benches. But that peace shattered the day Karen decided our community's heart was her personal storage unit. She didn't just cross a line, she bulldozed it. It started on a crisp Saturday morning. I'm Lena, a single mom and part-time librarian who's lived in Willow Creek for a decade. Our neighborhood's small park was my son Ethan's favorite place to burn off energy after school. That day, I was sipping coffee on my porch when I heard the grinding screech of metal. Curious, I wandered toward the park, Ethan trailing behind with his soccer ball. What I saw made my stomach lurch. Karen, the HOA's self-appointed queen, was directing two hired workers to rip out one of our park's oldest benches. The oak bench, dedicated to a late veteran, was being dismantled like it was nothing more than scrap wood. Karen, what's going on? I called, jogging over. Her sharp bob swung as she turned, her lips curling into a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Oh, Lena, don't be dramatic, she said, waving a manicured hand. This bench is an eyesore, and I need space for my storage shed. The HOA approved it. I blinked, stunned. Approved it. That's a memorial bench, and this is public parkland. Karen's smile tightened. Public, please. The HOA manages this space, and I'm making it more functional. My holiday decorations need a proper home. Her workers kept wrenching at the bench, splinters flying as Ethan tugged my sleeve, whispering, Mom, that's Mr. Thompson's bench. Mr. Thompson, a Vietnam vet, had been a fixture in Willow Creek until he passed last year. His family donated that bench, engraved with his name, as a quiet tribute. Now, Karen was reducing it to rubble for tinsel and plastic Santas. My blood boiled, but I kept my voice steady. Karen, you can't just destroy community property. There's a process. She scoffed, folding her arms. Process, I am the process. Run along, Lena, this doesn't concern you. But it did. It concerned all of us. By evening, whispers of Karen's stunt spread through Willow Creek like wildfire. Neighbors gathered at the park, staring at the gaping hole where the bench once stood, now replaced by a shiny metal shed stuffed with Karen's garish holiday decor. Ethan clung to my hand, his eyes wide. Why would she do that? Mom, I didn't have an answer. Not yet. The next morning, I rallied a few neighbors. Maria, a fiery retiree who'd known Mr. Thompson, and Jamal, a lawyer who'd moved in last year. We combed through HOA bylaws and found no record of Karen's approval. She'd lied, bypassing the board entirely. Worse, the park was deeded as public land, meaning her shed was illegal. Maria's hands shook as she read the bench's plaque, now tossed in the grass. In memory of Sergeant James Thompson, 1945-2022. This is a disgrace, she hissed. We confronted Karen at the next HOA meeting, a stuffy affair in the community center. She sat at the head of the table, scrolling her phone, barely glancing up as I presented our findings. Karen, I said, you destroyed a memorial bench without permission. That's vandalism. She rolled her eyes. Vandalism, it was old and ugly. I improved the park. Jamal slid a copy of the bylaws across the table. You broke multiple regulations, Karen, and you built on public land. That's a legal issue. Her face reddened, but she doubled down. I'm the HOA president. I decide what's best. You're all just jealous of my initiative. The room erupted. Neighbors shouted about the bench, the shed, Karen's endless power trips. She'd hiked dues last year for landscaping that never happened, banned kids' chalk drawings on sidewalks, and now this. But Karen just smirked, unfazed, as if she was untouchable. Then came the twist. As the meeting spiraled, a soft voice cut through the chaos. Excuse me, it was Sophie, a shy college student who rarely spoke up. She clutched a laptop, her hands trembling. I have something to show you. She turned the screen to reveal security footage from her backyard camera, angled toward the park. It showed Karen, not just directing the workers, but personally swinging a sledgehammer at the bench's frame, laughing as it buckled. The room went silent. Karen's smirk vanished. "You filmed me," she sputtered. "That's an invasion of privacy." "No," Jamal said coolly. "It's evidence. You destroyed public property on camera." Sophie's footage changed everything. It wasn't just hearsay anymore. Karen's actions were undeniable. The crowd's anger surged, but she stormed out, shouting, "You'll regret this." "We didn't." Jamal filed a formal complaint with the city, citing vandalism and illegal construction. The story hit local news, with Sophie's video looping on every channel. HOA president destroys veterans memorial for storage shed. The headlines screamed. Karen's name became synonymous with entitlement. Neighbors stopped inviting her to barbecues. Her own husband looked embarrassed at the grocery store. But she wasn't done fighting. The tension peaked at a town hall meeting a month later. The park was packed, with reporters and residents crammed shoulder to shoulder. Karen arrived in a tailored blazer, chin high, as if she could charm her way out. The city attorney, a no-nonsense woman named Clara, presented the case Karen's shed violated public land ordinances, and the bench's destruction was criminal vandalism, replacement costs, emotional damages to Thompson's family, and legal fees totaled $120,000. Clara demanded Karen pay it, and did Karen pay? Karen leapt to her feet, voice shrill. "This is a witch hunt. I was making the park better. You can't sue me for caring." "Caring," Maria snapped, holding up a photo of the shattered bench. "You desecrated a veteran's memory for your junk." The crowd roared agreement, and Ethan, sitting beside me, squeezed my hand. I'd never seen him so proud. Then Thompson's daughter, Emily, took the podium. She was quiet, her voice thick with grief. "That bench was where I felt closest to my dad. Karen didn't just break wood, she broke a piece of our family." The room stilled, even Karen shrinking in her seat. Emily's words weren't loud, but they hit like a sledgehammer. Karen tried to counter, claiming the bench was rotting and her shed was community-focused. But Clara dismantled her lies, presenting emails where Karen bragged to friends about taking charge of the park. The footage played again, Karen's laughter echoing as she swung the hammer. The crowd booed, and for the first time, Karen looked small. The ruling came fast. The city ordered Karen to remove the shed, pay $120,000 in damages, and cover legal fees. Her HOA presidency was revoked, effective immediately. As Clara read the verdict, Karen's face crumpled not with remorse, but with rage. "You're all ungrateful," she screamed, storming out as cameras flashed. The aftermath was bittersweet. The shed was torn down, and Thompson's family crowdfunded a new bench, stronger and more beautiful, with a fresh plaque honoring his service. The park felt whole again. Kids playing, neighbors chatting. Ethan even scored a goal in his soccer game near the new bench, grinning at me as if to say, "We did it, Mom." But Karen's fall lingered. She moved away. Her house sold quietly after months of for sale signs. Rumors swirled she'd drained her savings to pay the fine. Her marriage strained under the scandal. Some felt sorry for her, but most saw it as justice. She'd swung the hammer, and it swung back. As I sit on the new bench, watching Ethan kick his ball, I wonder what drove Karen to think she could bulldoze our community's heart. Was it arrogance, greed, or just a need to control? I don't know. But her story's a lesson: actions have consequences, and no one's above accountability. What do you think? Did Karen get what she deserved? Or was the punishment too harsh? Share your thoughts. I'm listening.